Alright, from fans, we're only one more episode until the season is over. And the episode is titled Revelations Chapter 2. As we look into the season finale, I'm both excited and sad, looking ahead into how the episode and the season is going to end. Welcome to this video. My name is Christian from BM Premiere, and let's begin. So this is the last preview of the season finale for episode 10, and the synopsis is the following. Boyd is pushed to his limit as time begins to run out for someone he loves. Randall is haunted by his trauma, and Victor reveals a hard truth. That unlikely journey takes a shocking turn. So first off, we see Victor at the playground where he met the boy in white back in that flashback of season 1. But something's different. I mean, after that whole don't cut the down the tree from the last episode, this location feels interesting. It's like he's going there thinking about the boy in white. Remember, he's his friend. Now this is connecting to something interesting. We see Victor leaving Tabitha's house after that emotional revelation about Tabitha having Miranda's flashbacks or memories. It's going to be interesting if Tabitha reveals something to him or nothing at all. I mean, finding out your dead mother is actually alive in another body, and then having the boy in white start acting different too, that's going to be heavy to process. Maybe this episode, I don't see it happening. Maybe next season. But what really gets me excited is how this might connect to the synopsis mentioned in Victor reveals a hard truth. So what could be bigger than what we just learned? Well, remember how Victor being the keeper of so many secrets and buried memories. So what we may see is how he's going to tell his dad about Christopher and how his mother died and why. We actually see him in the trailer, we see him with his father in that grave. That shows it could be his sister and mother, as there's two of them. So this is going to be so heartbreaking. You know, imagine learning that Victor actually buried his mother and sister. That's devastating. This whole time he's been carrying this burden alone. A child that has to bury his mom and sister. That's the kind of trauma that shapes someone forever, like Jade says about being a Tarzan. Now, speaking of revelations, we see Jim talking to Jade, which is interesting, the timing considering how Jim just promised Tabitha it's all in. We actually see multiple images of them together, so maybe they're working to find the answers. Now, going from the footage,
I need to know.
This is going to be a song. Why? Well, we see Jade playing the violin, we see the numbers, which I'm going to discuss in a moment. So yes, they spoiled this, which I'm a little bit mad. Now let's discuss what's happening with Boyd, Sarah, and others, because it's interesting and huge. Talking to Sarah back in Colony House after everything that went down. That's a major chip, and here's what's really interesting. In all of these images, we don't see Sarah in that kitchen scene, and in the trailer, we see her in the room.
This place, it doesn't give. It takes.
So something's gonna happen where Sarah's not gonna be a good person anymore, like she said. So if you've been watching From, you know that can only mean one thing. They're reusing Sarah. And it's the reason why she said in the trailer, this place doesn't give. This is like a prophecy on how she's gonna take information from him. From Algern. This connects perfectly to the synopsis talking about Boyd being pushed to his limit as time begins to run out. So between Parkinson getting worse and Fatima being missing, Boyd's really being tested here. Even putting aside his issues with Sarah to save his daughter-in-law, that's some powerful character development, even Kenny. But what really has me intrigued is the scene in Colony House where we see Kenny, Ellis, Donna, and Acosta, and we have Algern, so we can see how they're gonna ask him questions about where is Fatima. I imagine going again to how the episode ended with Algern talking with Ellis. That hints that something was answered, that Ellis really noticed what was happening. But let's dive into all this stuff about Jim and the numbers, because we see it in the images where we see a lot of the numbers and the number list: 1603, 1883, 2833. And even the reverse numbers, the 2 and 7. So what we can see here is that they're working together. They're in the bar and then they arrive into the bus where Victor used to hide. And they're trying to find answers. Now, the spoiler about this is actually the song where we see where we see Jade playing violin and Tabitha looking at something, so the numbers are music. I'm so mad again that they spoiled this in the trailer. But yeah, it's like the town is communicating through music, a secret language only certain people can hear or play, in this case like Jade. So is he activating something, or is he the key to deciphering the town's melody? And also we see Jim really step up here, going to Jade about the numbers, investigating with him. Even that moment where Jade looks like he's remembering something or having a flashback, like Tabitha maybe. But what really got me excited is how the numbers might connect to Tabitha's unlikely journey, taking a shocking turn. From the synopsis, I mean, we already know some of the dates go way back, so could they be showing us some more of the reincarnation, more souls that have been recycled through the town? Now, other images that we see is Ethan and Julie, because this storyline is getting super interesting. We see them heading back to the diner. And I mean, after everything that happened with Julie in the ruins, this is not just going to be a casual lunch. Think about it, Julie just experienced actual time travel and now she's with Ethan. This feels like the perfect setup for her to finally open about what really happened. Remember how she was holding back details at the clinic? Well, being with someone closer to her might make her feel more comfortable. Now moving into what's gonna happen. After everyone was searching up for Fatima, now everyone's coming back together at Colony House. By the way, it's exactly why Boyd was talking about his speech in the last episode. So again, Fatima impossible pregnancy, where we see in the trailer he's gonna have the baby or whatever it is, and then all the monsters seeing it grow or something is happening. So yes, we can see how the baby that Fatima had was actually a monster all along. Or they're seeing Boyd being captured, where we see Boyd going into the cave, so maybe. Now whatever's happening with Algern upstairs is gonna have a huge tension between Boyd and Acosta going from the images. The image of them talking is not just a friendly conversation. We know Boyd's leadership is being questioned all the time by Acosta. So let's see if she's not impressed with his methods going from the images, where we see him like take all the stuff in the shade. And this is when we see Father Catherine telling him that if he does that, it's not going to be good.
You need to decide right now who you are. You said that you weren't going to let this place break you. This place is one.
I mean, Boyd's been making some questionable calls lately, leaving Randall behind, hiding Fatima's secret, then trusting Sarah. It's like he's playing a dangerous game, and Acosta maybe is going to call him out. Now, in the trailer, we see Algern saying, once the baby is born, we all get to go home.
Once the baby is born, we all get to go home.
Oh my god. So this is dripping with dramatic irony. And it's frustrating. Algern is not just crazy, he's becoming the town's puppet, delivering a false promise, wrapping a twisted version of hope. This connects again to what Father Catherine said to Boyd. You need to decide right now who you are. So Algern thinks he's a savior, but he's really a pawn. Another scene that we have is Chrissy's question to Marielle.
Are you okay?
No, I don't think any of us are gonna be.
Are you okay? No one in Fromville is okay, she said. So yeah, I imagine this is going to be set up again for the next season. Now, Father Catherine's words to Boyd. You said that you were going to let this place break you. His haunting is like seeing Boyd's future, his surrender to Fromville's darkness, and the kicker, this place has won. So whatever happens feels like the town is winning this victory. We also have Randall hallucinating the cicadas again, so oh boy, what's gonna happen with that? It's like the town has not been finishing with him or anyone else. So the finale is looking like it's going to be a hell of a ride. I'm excited. We have the musical mysteries, we have the supernatural bird, and characters facing their deepest fears. So what do you think it all means? And the last thing I want to say is thank you all for joining me for this breakdown this season. Your theories, comments, and discussions have made this journey even more incredible. Let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen in the finale. No spoilers, by the way. My name is Christian from the Premiere, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.